All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone and where you are connecting with us this morning. My name is Apostle Chris-Levite Dziwornu, and I welcome you this morning. It has been a while. It has been a busy week, and this morning is a morning that I want to give you an update of something that I'll be running for some days now. I'm talking about the regards to the assault of God's general. For some days now, we have an assignment concerning that, and so we're pursuing it. And today we decided to give an update to our followers and all the people that have been calling on me that what am I going to do about what has happened. And a lot of comment, a lot of videos, a lot of suggestions, a lot of talks has gone on concerning this matter. Those who under our post when we're doing the review on the truth of the matter, those who want to insult me has insulted me enough, especially those from the Muslim community. Keep on sending messages of abuse even in my inbox. But that is okay. None of those things moves me. And so, especially on the video, when the whole thing started, when I talk about the family of God General to seek for a lawyer or take the matter to court, many thought that we are trying to make the matter look too serious. And so they come out, and even those who are watching the video now, I realize that when people are seeking for information, they are not patient with themselves. Many think that is a recent video. They don't know that the very day the whole thing happened, that's where we posted all those things. So they think that it's a current video. And some are saying that the matter is solved. And so why are we trying to, escalate the matter again and etc. I'll be going to the merit of all those things very soon. But by the way of introduction, the matter is not solved. The matter is not solved. Anyone who think the matter is solved, that means you don't have enough information. If you are making reference to the press conference that was held by the police, the IGP, and also the invited guests, Nina Catholic conference, and all other people, all the stakeholders, if that is what you are referring to as the matter is solved, please, the matter is not solved. The matter is not solved. Before I continue, please, I want to encourage you to share the broadcast because I'm going to reveal very important and share very important information with you, especially you those who are calling on me, asking that what am I going to do about the matter. Please, if you are a believer, please kindly share the broadcast, and let's talk. I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm just here to share so far what we have done about the matter. And so please share the broadcast before I go to the substance of the whole broadcast this morning, why I'm live this morning. We have been going ups and down concerning this matter. Not only concerning God's general, okay, but we are pursuing this matter as a civil society, as this whole thing is concerned. And I'm going to reveal to you few things that you need to understand. And I want to establish that our pursuant of this matter is not in the understanding of Muslim and Christian. No, it goes beyond that. Our personal pursuant of this matter, it goes beyond being a Christian and being a Muslim. It goes beyond God's general, even though that he is the one who has become the scapegoat for all these things. So I'm going to reveal to you some important information that you need to know. Some important information that you need to know about this whole thing. And as I said earlier, those who think that the matter is over, the matter is not over. It is not over. That is one thing about we Ghanaians, and it's very worrying. Very worrying. You realize that when things happen, majority of Ghanaians, we act on emotion and sentiment. I realize that that is why it is good in certain extent, but it is not good for a change. Okay, when you react only on sentiment, it good on certain areas, but it is bad in other areas. In terms of change, you'll not experience change if you react on sentiment. As I'm talking, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and also on TikTok. So please kindly share the broadcast so that we go into the matter. We go into the matter. And I'm live this morning concerning the God's General case, the assault case. I'm coming to share with you what we are doing concerning the matter, because I've received a lot of messages, both in my inbox and also under our videos. I received a lot of messages that people are calling on me, asking what are we going to do about that. And again, people also inbox me and they are asking what am I going to do about that. And some also inbox and say that they are ready if there is a need for contribution for the matter to be taken to court. So I'm going to give you the update on all these things, okay? And again, in my inbox also, I've received a lot of insult, and that is nice. I receive a lot of insults, especially from the Muslim community. They keep abusing and insulting, and you see, when you are doing all these things, it's a sign that what, even though it's an obvious thing concerning the religion of Islam, but people intend to close their eyes on it because of the fear of assault. Okay, that the actions of many Muslims is always on violence basis. So because of that, many people are afraid to face the truth when things happen. But as I said, this case, we are not making it Muslim and Christian matter. We are looking at it in a civil way, and we are looking at it into the future. So please share the broadcast before I go into the matter. Don't say this does not concern. It concerns you. Trust me. If you have traveled enough and are visiting nations that Islamic militants and these violent action of some of these Muslims continue, trust me, you will take this matter more than your life, because your life hangs on it. Your life hangs on it as an individual here in Ghana. Here in Ghana, there is a saying that if you see the beer of your friend burning, look for water and place beside you because yours might burn soon. So it is important that we understand this matter properly. So I'm going to go into this matter, and I'm going to relate with you what we are doing about the matter. Well, let me start by saying this. We are pursuing this matter as a Christian organization. A Christian organization called the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission. The Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission, abbreviated TDDP Mission. TDDP Mission. Well, TDDP Mission is a Christian network, a Christian missionary network. And what they do is to preach the gospel, and also they call themselves Brothers of Adversity. Brothers of Adversity means that if any man of God or any Christian find themselves in any kind of trouble, even the society as large find themselves into some trouble, they would like to stand with you, help you, build you, advise you in terms of legal matters. Also, they will try to be there for the individual. A lot has gone on, and they largely operate in Nigeria. And so when these things are happening, we had some consultations. People consulted us, which we cannot put into the public. And they said that they have seen our work that we do, and so they will want us to take this matter on and to pursue the matter. Because in all our work, we are very objective when it comes to dealing with issues of violence in terms that are in religious in nature. So they thought that we are the right people who can handle this matter. Okay. So we pick up the matter and we have been working behind the scene. And that is why, personally, on my live broadcast, you see me not being live for some days now. So what we have gathered and the step we have taken since we are pursuing this matter on the line of civil, as a civil society, as this attack on God's general is concerned, it is important that we relate the steps we have taken so far and the action we are taking so far. We want to relate with the public, the Ghanaian society in Ghana, and also those who are in the diaspora. Again, now those who, good morning, at Preach the Gospel, good morning. So please share the broadcast. I want you to share the broadcast and like the broadcast as I relay with you what we have done so far concerning God's general's case. Now, as I said earlier on, I received a lot of messages, men of God, people who are concerned are sending me messages asking me what am I going to do about the whole thing. And it was a little bit some way for me, because I don't know why you want me to do something about it. But that is how it is. If God gave you a mandate, no matter how you hide, it shows up. So I gladly took it up, and by consultation with some important personality in this nation, that is, Apostle, we want you to pick this matter up, and so that we test the law of the country to safeguard the future of this nation as religious violence is concerned. And I accepted it wholeheartedly, because that is what our network we do. Our network we do. And if you're a Muslim that is watching, please have patience for yourself, because what we are pursuing has nothing to do with Christian Muslim. We want to fix the truth squarely and deal with the matter. And I want you to understand this. You know, you are Muslim or Christian, especially when you are Muslim. Understand, don't think that anything will go on your favor when violence escalates in this nation. Both Muslims, traditionalists, and all of us, if violence happens in this nation, we are all going to suffer for it. Never think that it will be in your favor. And I want you to understand that as a Muslim, understand this, so that you understand that we should not go on that tangent, because it's not going to help any one of us. It's not going to help any one of us. Understand this. We as Christian preachers and Christians understand that many of us are saved. Are saved. That is the underscore. Are saved. We are saved from what? Many preachers, some of them were hooligans. Some of them might be armed robbers. Some of them might be the route that most of the Muslim youth try to perpetuate. Some of us, the men of God, were once like that. We were saved from those things. And so when the Spirit of Christ sits in you, you can't do those things anymore. Okay? You can't do those things anymore. So we are being saved from some of the things that the Muslim youth may try to perpetuate. That is violence in dealing with matter. Now, even though we are saved, it doesn't know that we don't know the way of violence. We know the ways of violence. We know how to use weapons. We know how to do all these things. But because we are saved, we don't walk in those manners. So let us not get it twisted that in Ghana, if any Muslim youth think that when such evil activity trying to occur here in Ghana, like some of the Muslims who want to go on that extreme way, will try to attack churches, will try to attack people and all those things, which is the bad way we should not go. But I'm explaining for you to understand that if you to go that way, trust me, Christians in Ghana, we are not timid at all. We are not timid at all. When it comes to violence, we can be violent. When it comes to fight, we can fight. We can do all those things. But because in Christ Jesus, the Bible don't teach us those things. That is why we don't go that way. So I'm saying this to the point that if you think that going on the way of violence will be the solution to anything in Ghana, as religion is concerned, you have missed the mark. Don't think that will fly. That will not fly here in Ghana. So it is when it comes to the traditions. Same it is that no Muslim youth will rise up against traditional people and they will sit down for you to do anything against. No. They will face you squarely. The Christians also will face you squarely. We all know how to do those things. But this is the difference. The difference is that in Christ Jesus, we don't believe that. The Bible don't teach us to be violent in any way. So it is important, that is why it is important that we handle this matter with understanding. We handle these matters in understanding. That we will not use the way of violence to settle this matter. Now, having established that fact, that I understand as Muslims and Muslim youth that in Ghana, no Islamic excesses will happen here. Now, in nations that those things happen, like Nigeria and so, in the northern part of Nigeria, it is because most of the Christians there act in ways only following peace. But I'm establishing to you in understanding that because we don't want that to happen here, Christians in Ghana, we are not timid at all. We are not timid at all. When it comes to fight, we know how to fight. When it comes to violence, we can be violent. But because our Bible don't encourage us, so we don't do that. So to be walk on in Ghana as Christians is concerned is a big no. It cannot happen. That will be in a church. Then many say Muslims will come and wanted to do something and we'll just sit down and look at you. You they lie. We can face you squarely. But that is wrong. It is totally wrong. And our Bible don't encourage those things. And as I mentioned, when it comes to the traditionalists in Ghana also, no traditionalists will sit down for another religion to overpower them when it even comes to physical confrontation. They won't do it. They will not sit down like that. Look at it even when it comes to all these things, they won't sit down. So you could see that if all of us want to go on that way, Ghana will never be peaceful. So it's a wrong way to go. So we are all not going to go that way. But now I mention this because of this. Now let me go to the merit of the matter and what we has been contacted to do as the matter of attacking God's general is concerned. Let me now go to the substantial matter. Yes, we have been contacted to take the matter to court. So as we speak now, we have spoken to our legal counsel over the matter. They are preparing the case. So yes, if you ask the question, Apostle, as other people ask me to take the matter to court, are you taking the matter to court? Yes, we are taking the matter to court. And so those who were using it even as a taunt, that when they saw our earlier post and they are saying that, why don't you go and be their lawyer? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And I found that so heartbreaking that we are ready to play with the life of people. Okay? So yes, we are taking the matter to court. We are taking this matter seriously. We are taking it to court. So I believe I've answered that question. Those who are saying that they want us to take them back. Yes, we are taking the matter to court. We have consulted a very reputable legal firm in Ghana. In fact, they are international. We have consulted them. We have laid the case and every course of action to them. So they are reviewing it to prepare the case. So we are taking the matter to court. So the case is not over. Now, some also say that the case is over. Why are we trying to infuriate him? Please, the case is never over. The case is not over. I believe that maybe you are making reference to the press conference that was held and there was a handshake and all those things. Those handshake doesn't mean the matter is over. When we listen to the IGP, he said that I'm going to be very careful and decorum in my speech, in my talk. He said that they are going to continue the investigation, and also the Interior Ministry also says that they are going to continue the investigation into the matter. So the matter is not over. Those handshake doesn't mean the matter is over. And in any violent in any violent situation, we call something the first aid of matter. What you do is that you try to create calmness first of all before you do pursuant of the matter. So that's what the police did, to create calm in the society, so that people will not take the law into their own hands. But I'm going to come to that place very soon. Now, when it comes to violent matter, it is true that in our society, in our Ghanaian society, when it comes to reconciliations, we usually use this minor reconciliation, minor grief, and all those things. It is true that in our Ghanaian society, we like to solve matters in that manner. That when things happen, this family and that family, they will come together and talk over, and they say, shake hand and hug yourselves. Yes, we do that when it comes to our Ghanaian society. But when it comes to matters of violence, it is not handled by handshake. Handshake does not settle violent matter. Violence matter are dealt in court. Physical assault are dealt in court. Any offenses that end in physical assault, they are dealt by the law, not by handshake. Murder cases are dealt by the law, not by handshake. We deal with them in the court of jurisdiction, court of exclusive jurisdiction is what deals with criminal matters, deals with violent matters, in order to do what? In order to prevent lawlessness in the country. So, those of us who think that because there is a handshake at a press conference, so the matter is over, please, the matter is not over. The matter will be pursued, and we are going to, we as I said, we have been consulted, mandated to pursue the matter in court. So we are doing that. We are going to do that, and we have started the process already. So that is to establish that. Now, the question is, what is our reason for accepting to pursue this case in the court on the grounds of civil society? And as I said earlier, we are not pursuing this cause on the grounds of Muslim and Christian matter. No. That is not our focus. Our focus is to be able to test the law so that all of us can be protected and secured, whether Muslims or Christians or the traditionalists. That since Ghana is a secular nation, Ghana is not a Christian nation. I keep telling you, Ghana is not a Christian nation. Ghana is a secular nation. So Muslim, Christian is a land of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and worship. Okay, so all of us must be able to be protected and secured in practicing our faith. That nobody's life should be in danger because they don't believe in the next person's religion. Now, this is our finding. I mentioned it earlier, which make it more critical for us to pursue this case in court. Number one, as it stands now, we can define the arrest of God's general, and please listen to me very carefully. We are not justifying the action of vulgar speeches or vulgar utterances. We are not justifying that. We are looking at the matter squarely, truthfully, according to the law. So, as it stands now, the truth on the ground, number one, the arrest of God's general is not right. Listen very carefully. Was a misarrest. Because as it stands, the society, especially the Muslim community, they think that, and this idea and this perception was also demonstrated at the press conference that the IGP had with the stakeholders. This I'm about to say was also displayed over there. And we need to set the record straight. If we want to do things, let's do it right. Let's not play mind games and play smart and endanger the life of others. That should not be the case. Now, the arrest of God's general, as is in the public domain, is trying to be tied to the Imam's comment. That is Imam Masood Abdullahi. They are trying to connect the two together, and that is what informed the police to go and arrest God's general. And I'm telling you that all the evidence we have, both video evidence and all those things, prove that that was a misarrest. That was a misarrest. What do I mean by that? It was not God's general comment that brought tension in the nation. Number one. Number two, it was not God's general's comment that infuriated Imam Masood Abdullahi. It wasn't. But that is what is in the public domain. And I will continue to clarify this matter because of this. Now, later time, I will show you video evidences to that fact, which I've done one already with TV3 and all, even the words of Imam Masood himself. That in the Muslim community, recently I was tagged a video. And the video was showing some Muslim youth that are in a sitting position, and they put, a watermelon. And they wrote the name of God's general on the watermelon. And they were holding a machete, a cutlass. And they cut the watermelon into pieces. And they are saying that if they catch God's general, that is how they are going to behead him or unalive him. Now, why are these Muslim youth feeling such an agitation? It was because of the misinformation of creating the impression that God's general's comment, vulgar comment on their prophet, is what infuriated the whole issue. But that is a false information. Now, Imam Masood Abdullahi's comment or preaching on the man who insulted their prophet, who infuriated him, in his video was a Kotokoli man who is an ex-Muslim. It has nothing to do with God's general. Let me repeat again. Muslim youth that are watching and listening, the grounds in which you want to perpetuate evil and violence has nothing to do with God's general. Yes, it is true, God's general also makes certain comment, but what infuriated Imam Masood has nothing to do with God's general. It is your own people, your own Muslim brother, who left your religion not to become a Christian, but to join tradition. That is the Kotokoli tradition. Being a Muslim who understands your ways, and your people insulting and always, that is the Muslim clerics always as insulting and attacking their traditional beliefs. This young man who is an ex-Muslim also thought it wise to feed you your own medicine. And that is what infuriated Imam Masood Abdullahi. And in Imam Masood Abdullahi's full video, there was a lot of incitement. Not only the unaliving of people, but there was a lot of incitement, meaning that he was very infuriated by the action of that young man. So the Muslim community, and it is important that the police IGP, you people have to quickly address this matter. That is, clear the airwaves. There should be a restriction of the matter, of the fact that God's general is not responsible for the infuriation that took place. Because the way the police has handled the matter, and also the religious community, the press conference also handled the matter, you have put the life of God's general in danger. Because you have created the impression that it was God's general comment that infuriated the imam. So you have put God's general life in danger. So we are calling on the IGP that quickly there must be a press conference again to clarify issues, because you have all the evidences. You should not relax or delay on this matter, because God's general is a human being like every one of you. He is a family man, has wife and has children. Just as all the police officers, all the lawyers, all the imams, every one of you, you are family. He also has a family. So you cannot make this matter be treated as if it's one of those things. By the impression you have created out there, you have put the young man's life in danger. The impression as if he's the one who made a comment and infuriated Imam Masood is very, very dangerous thing that you people have done. The case is not yet in court. The case is not yet in court. It's being processed. We are one of the proposers of the court. We are handling the case also in court. So it's not yet in court yet. It's being filed. Maybe if it's currently, then I don't know about that. But we are also pursuing the case in court. Long John. Okay, you understand now. Oh. So we are pursuing the case. We ourselves, we are pursuing the case. And I learned that by consulting God's general, he said there were some people who also got interested in the case. So they are also taking the case to court. And so we both are going to pursue the case. Okay. We have spoken to our lawyers already, a reputable law firm in Ghana. And just as our Butriket case was handled by various councils, this one also, we're going to do that because it's a serious matter. You understand? And so clarifying that God's general is not the cause of anything. So the police must come out to clarify that. Now, what makes the case interesting for us is this. In the press conference, so I'm giving you the important point here. So the first one is that it's not God's general comment that infuriated the matter. Now, Imam Masood know who made the comment that infuriated him. Now, this is what makes us worry the more. That when they invited all the parties involved, the one who slapped God's general, the Imam Masood, and God's general himself to the police station, that is after their bailing, I was expecting Imam Masood to tell the police that, no, what infuriated me has nothing to do with God's general. The information I have so far has not revealed that Imam Masood have done that. And which is very worrying. That Imam Masood, if you want to be very reasonable, you know for a fact the heat, and you know your Muslim community, and you yourself, you know that you are inciting people to be violent against whosoever do that. Yes, you apologize, but your apology does not mean that what you are saying is not true. It is true. You do that. You people do that. Okay? So apology does not settle the matter. Now, Imam Masood, you know for a fact that your community will act violent against anybody that speaks against your prophet. So you not coming out to set the record straight to the police and to the Muslim community to understand that God's general is not the one responsible for your infuriation. It is very serious. It is very serious. Let me look at somebody. Somebody asked a question. He said, is it we the Muslim or your Christians who want peace? What is it? Is it Zanto Dada Cash? I think you are just joining me. As I said, we are dealing with this matter not as Muslim and Christian matter. That is not what we are doing. We want to settle peace in the nation. So whatever be your reason of making that comment, Zanto, I believe you are a Muslim, and so please, he said, let the case go, brother. No, we are not letting it go. We are not letting it go. And you can, Zanto, you can testify. You know for a fact. I don't know, Zanto, have you seen the video of some of your Muslim youth threatening the life of God General that they would behead him? Have you seen that video? Okay, if you are not seen, please go and look for it. Go and look for it. Go and look for it. Yes, we are going to court. We are going to court. So Zanto, please. Okay, you have not seen it. Thank you. So please go and seek those information before maybe you make other comment. Okay, I think that's what we are doing, because I'm the one leading the case to court, so I know what I'm saying. We have a lot of evidences there. So we are not dwelling on few Muslims who understand things. We are dwelling on the larger Muslim that will do the evil. So, Zonto, if you are a peaceful person, we thank God for your life. That is good. Zonto, we are not afraid of anybody. It's just that we don't want those things to happen. And those things not to happen, the law must take its course. So thank you for your comment. Okay, so Imam Masood has not supposed to come out to clear the airwaves to their Muslim community to understand that it is not God's general comment that infuriated him to make those things. He has not done that. And so as it stands, in the heart of many Muslims, they think that it is God's general comment that infuriated Imam Masood. So we need to, the police must make sure, and Imam Masood himself must do the right thing. That is, in order to show concern and love to humanity, it is important that you do a video and let people know, especially your people, your community, to know that, oh no, listen, what I said has nothing to do with what God General said. So that the understanding will be clear out there. But as I said, as it stands now, and I said that even at the press conference, the same impression was created. That is, they were trying to attach God's general comment to what Imam and Masood have said. But that is false. That is total false. And I'm wondering what Imam Masood is waiting for. Not to clarify the air. To clear the air on this particular leg of the matter. And I'm wondering what the police also are waiting for. Yes, the case is being investigated, but there are some things you cannot delay on it, because with this understanding and the videos that some of the Muslim youth are doing, that they will behead God's general, it tells you that the information that Imam Masood have sent out there, some of the community, some of the people has believed in it and they are willing to do it. Okay? So it will not be fair on the behalf of God General if this impression is still in your community. So yes, we are going to take the matter to court, but this need to be clarified as soon as possible for the safety of the life of God General. For us, we all want the path of peace. Because if the police will not do that, Imam Masood also will not do that, they will teach God General the way to protect himself. And you know how those things can lead to. All right. That is one point. Now the second point, another point is this. At the press conference, all the people sitting there, they carry the impression of thinking that God General is a troublemaker. both the Christian community and the Muslim leaders, all of them are met there at the press conference. When you look at their demeanor, the way they are watching God's genre, their thinking is that God's genre is a troublemaker. And it's very sad that people would think that way. Because when it comes to the area that God's genre indeed use certain foul languages on the Prophet Muhammad, which is condemnable, it is important for us to face the truth and not walk in hypocrisy. You know that Muslim clerics, Muslim preachers, you know that your people usually abuse Christians. They mock us. Some of you insult Jesus. You know for a fact that your people do that. You know that is the truth. So if you really want to make it look like it is only God general who have said such a thing against your prophet, that is hypocrisy. We need to face this matter squarely so that we'll be able to caution both sides not to be using infuriated and insultive words or expression towards each other's religion. And we can do that by facing the truth. Okay, so God's general comment may not be justified, and so it is the truth. I've done Christian apologetics many years ago, and it's today that is a little bit polished, but those days it was more rugged. Now, when we talk about insult, what does insult mean? To many people, they think insult is only using a direct abusive word. But insult does not only mean using a direct abusive words. Let me see if we can define what insult means, for you to understand that the Muslim relics, that is their preachers, always insult Christians also. They always insult Jesus also, all the time. They do it in their mocks. Some even do it on TV. There is a TV channel, local TV channel in Ghana called Peace TV, that especially the Ahmadiyya Muslims, that they insult Christians all the time. They insult Christian preachers all the time. They do that all the time. And so let me read this for you, so that when we want to deal with this matter, we should do it well and properly, so that there will be peace in our community, in truth, not in hypocrisy. Now, Muslims, most of the Muslim youth and all those people, most of them always want to rush in order to defend their religion by always denying anything negative that is said against their religion. And that is hypocrisy. That is hypocrisy. And so, that is hypocrisy. So, me, I don't even look at that. I don't look at what a Muslim says. I don't do that. I look at the practical truth on board. And I can tell you, those small boys, they know nothing. That it is true that they insult Christians, they insult Jesus. They do that. Now, last time I did make mention that the head leaders of Islam, most of them don't know what actually goes on in the community. Most of them don't know. And so sometimes they think that because they will not do it, they think that their people are not doing it. But your people are really, really doing it. And I remember at the press conference, Sheikh Arumia, the spokesperson of the chief imam, he did mention that the kind of language that God did not use, he cannot use it on Jesus. That is nice. We commend you for that. But I can tell you that your people use such languages. Now, Sheikh Arumia is not the Muslim community. He is one Muslim. He is not the imam. That is, he is the only person who has studied. There are a lot of them. And some of them do that a lot. They insult Christians and they insult our Lord Jesus Christ. So the Muslim community that you have, you are reasonable enough and you think you won't do that, please don't use your experience to judge everything, because your people do that. They insult. Now let me define to you what insult means. What insult means. This is what insult means. To insult means to say or do something that is offensive. Listen, to do something that is offensive. Number 2, disrespectful. Number 3, deeply hateful to someone. It is a deliberate attack on a person's pride, dignity, or self-esteem. This is what insult means. Let me read it again for our understanding, so that you know when we are saying that the Muslim teachers also insults the Christian teachers in order for us to walk in truth, not in hypocrisy. Because the Muslim community and the Muslim leaders are trying to create the impression that they don't insult Jesus. They want to create the impression that they don't insult Christians. But that is a blatant lie. And I believe that most of them are defining insult to be the use of only abusive words. Like you are a fool, you are bad, you are this, that kind of thing. That they think that is what insult means. Now, so let me define insult again. Then at the end of the day, you guys will now understand where, in order for us to do things right, not in hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is a bad thing to do. Now look at this. Let me define insult again. This is what insult means. Then you will know that many of you go to your mosques, Muslims who go to mosques, and you will know that, so indeed our imams have been insulting Christians by the things they are saying. Okay? Let's help to educate ourselves. Because as I said, we are pursuing this cause as a civil society, and also we want to educate people for us to have a proper understanding so that we can dwell together and properly. So this is what insult means. To insult means to say or do something that is offensive, disrespectful, or deeply hurtful to someone. It is a deliberate attack on a person's pride, dignity, and self-esteem. So let's look at it. Now, offensive words, disrespectful. So that we can equate to some of the words that were used by God's general. That is disrespectful and offensive. But the truth of the matter is that in God's general expression, he was talking about certain lifestyles that the Prophet Muhammad has lived. And those things are recorded in your hadith. And God's general have mentioned that anything he said, he was not insulting anybody. He was just recording and reaffirming what is written in your books as Muslims. And now that brought me to this understanding that the truth is very simple. It is not an attack on you, but the truth is that many of you Muslims, you don't understand your religion. That is the truth. You don't even know some of the things that some of your imam has done, some of the experiences of the prophet, you don't even know it. Many of you are so ignorant when it comes to these matters. So sometimes when you hear people mention, I've done apologetics. Some of the time when you hear people say those things, it's so disgusting that you don't want to equate to your prophet. But some of the things, indeed, it happened. Indeed happened. So in God's general understanding, when he was talking, he was not insulting anybody. He think that he was reiterating what, has been done according to the books of Islam, that is the hadith. All right? So, but to insult, as I said, so we can clarify maybe, even though that what God is saying is, he said is repeating what was done by by the prophet, at the end of the day, in definition, it can be considered as offensive and disrespectful. Okay? And yes, those are the things we are addressing. Okay? Those are the things we are addressing. Those are the things we are addressing. So now, in apologetics does not mean to attack or insult anybody. That's not what apologetics means. Apologetics means can be defined under refutation. Refutation is compelling knowledge, and also coming to the place of truth. That's what apologetics is supposed to do. Now, in the case of God's general, as much as most of the Muslim community and some of the Christians will not like some of the ways that he may express some of the things, it is truth also that some of the Muslim imams, they do the same thing. They do the same thing. Let's not, what I want to take out of the matter is hypocrisy. Let's face the truth. Okay? Let's face the truth. Now, in connection to that, in connection to that some of the imams indeed show hypocrisy. They insult Christians. Some of the videos that were sent to me, I was surprised. Some of the things that some of the imams were saying about Christians, the insult and the things. Oh, Jesus Christ! It was something. So let's look at it. When we say that your people insult Jesus, which at the end of the day, that you people said that God's general insulted your religious leader Muhammad, that it's making you people infuriated, that you love Muhammad to understand that when somebody insults him, he need to face violence and all those things. Now, let's look at whether your people don't do the same thing. Your people do the same thing. Okay, we need to face the truth. But to do the same thing and come and pretend as if you don't do that, that is where the hypocrisy comes into the matter. Right? All right. Just as Muslims love their prophet, we also love our Savior Jesus Christ. We love him. We love him. And the Bible don't teach us to go and unalive somebody or attack somebody when they attack the name of Jesus. The Bible don't teach us. So if Muslims are taught to do that, then we need to face the truth, okay? We need to face the truth as it's supposed to be. So now, if insult means, that is, it is a deliberate attack on a person's pride, dignity, and self-esteem, how do you define the following actions of Islamic teachers? 1. Christianity is not a branch of Islam. That is established. Christianity is not a branch of Islam. What I mean is this. Christianity is not another leg of Islam. Christianity is Christianity. It has nothing to do with Islam. There's no coronation. There is no how do you call it? Christianity and Islam, they are not sister religions. They are not. We are not. I know that those things are taught to Muslims, but we are not. There is nothing. There is nothing resemblance between the two of us. So now, we Christians, we believe Jesus is the Son of God. Now, your Quran says that Jesus is not the Son of God. So let's take the definition of insult. It is also a deliberate attack on a person's pride, dignity, and self-esteem. So looking at this, what will it mean? What will it mean when we say that you are deliberately attacking a person's pride? Is when you say somebody is not who they say they are, what they are who they say they are. You get understanding? So if the Quran and the Muslim yourself, you say that Jesus is not the Son of God, is that not an insult? That is an insult. Number 2, the Quran also stated that Jewish and Christians profess and say that they are children of God, but they are not children of God, but they are slaves. Now, definition of insult again. It is a deliberate attack on a person's pride, dignity, or self-esteem. Is that not an insult? We Christians, we believe that Jesus died and resurrected. Now the Quran says that we kill him not, he died not. Paraphrased. And your imams teach these things. Again, definition of an insult. It is a deliberate attack on a person's pride, dignity, or self-esteem. Is that not an insult? So look at all that insult defines, and all the things that makes we Christian to be proud of ourselves, to be proud of Jesus, to hold our dignity and self-esteem. Your Quran speaks against all. Your preachers talks against it. That is defined as insult. So if Sheikh Arumia and other people claim that they don't insult Jesus, that is a lie. You insult Jesus every day in your mosques. Because immediately you say Jesus is not a son of God, it's an attack on Jesus. That is an insult. That is a clear insult. So maybe you may not use abusive words, but in insult, exactly you are insulting. So it is important that clarity should be there. That some of the Christian apologetic people may use offensive language, which is wrong. And so it is that the Muslim imams also do the same. They do the same. As for them, they even do it in their mosques. How many Christian preachers even stand on their pulpit to talk about your Prophet Muhammad? We don't have that time. It is those who do apologetic mission that do that. And it's for the purposes of education, which is a good thing to do. But in order to come and lie and claim you are not doing that, that is a clear hypocrisy. That is a clear hypocrisy. So, and don't forget this leg of the definition. It said it is a deliberate act. A deliberate act. So, as long as your people are focused on doing that, want people to believe that what Christians believe, it is not true, that is a deliberate act. So please let's understand English. It's a deliberate act. As long as both internationally and locally people engage in argument, debate, and all those things, as long as I mentioned, Islam is not a branch of Christianity. Neither is Christianity is a branch of Islam. We are not. So what we believe in is none of your business. What you also believe is none of our business. But when you cross the carpet and want to come and talk about that, it is important we clarify things. So it is that when a Christian teacher want to talk about the religion of Islam and their faith, and we get it wrong, you also have to come to clarify it. Okay? So no Muslim teacher or imam has a right to come and tell us Christians what we should believe in. You don't have that right. So as long as you do that, that is a deliberate act. It's a deliberate act of doing so. We do so. So you people do that deliberate act, which is an insult. So that is what, when you say you insult somebody, it means. Of course, when people want to do something that pleases them, they will deny that what they are doing is not an insult. So, do you know, sometimes gullibility in a dissemination of information can be very, very, very disheartening. Can be very, very disheartening. And so, that is an insult. So, yes, the Muslim Imam, they do that a lot. And so, the Christians, some of the Christian apologetic people, they do that, which is condemnable. That should not be done. But to try to make it look like, as long as God have done that, he have done something that nobody is doing, that is a lie. Your imams are lying. Some of your leaders that are trying to create that impression is a lie also. They are also lying. The truth is that both sides are doing that. So if it's condemnable, then your imams should stop talking about Jesus as they are insulting and the Christian community also should stop talking about that. All right. Okay, so having established that, now I do not intend to keep long in this broadcast. Now, many of you sent an information. Oh no, sorry. Let me bring this one. Let me make this point also. Now you realize that civil society is not safe. Now, when Imam Masood make his comment, it took a longer days before the police went and picked him up. And now listen to this very carefully. They pick him up because the national chief imam, which everybody respect, not because he's a Muslim, but because of his attitude towards everything. I repeat again, the national chief imam, which everybody respect, not because he's a Muslim, but because of his, a well-behaved elderly man. Very decorum, very, strict in action, in terms of positivity. So everybody respect him because of his attitude, because of his character, not because he's a Muslim. I don't respect the chief imam because he's a Muslim. I respect him because the man is a grandfather. And not just a grandfather, but the man respect himself. And he respect human being. He's concerned about human being, not religion. That's why everybody revere him. But this is the challenge when it comes to civil society and also the rule of law. Now, Imam Masood was invited by the police, by the influence of the press release of the national chief imam, which was communicated, that the man should be picked up. Okay? Now, this is the worrying matter. The police are supposed to be enforcers of law, not to be influenced by anybody. Are you understanding? So it is very worrying that if the police service will act only because, or if I say only, that might not be right, but will act speedily because of the words of the national chief imam, that is very worrying. It means that the police cannot function only because they are the enforcers of rule of law. It means that the police can be influenced by dignities, which is very worrying. The rule of law is supposed to be enforced not by influence of anybody. It's supposed to be enforced just because that is the rule of law of Ghana. That is our constitution. Now, understand this. The chief imam is an exceptional human being when it comes to dealing with people. I can bet to tell you, but the things we have researched and things we have known, that the way the national chief imam behaves, 99.9% of Muslim leaders will never behave like that. So it becomes very worrying if our police will enforce the law just because of the influence of the words of the national chief imam. Question is this: if peradventure the time comes that God takes away the national chief imam home, what will happen? Would there be anyone that will behave like the national chief imam? No. From what we have investigated, almost all the Muslim leaders were in support of the assault. On God's general. So if it is not national chief imam, most of them could have gone out to do hooliganism. So if our security agencies will act just based on the influence of influential people, then Ghana, we are not safe. Ghana, we are not safe. And that have to be looked upon to be dealt with properly. Number two, The man who slapped Apostle did that in the offices of the police. The police did not pick him up. They said they are looking for him. The person did that before you. What was the police afraid of? So you think the handshake could solve this matter? Because the rules of law has been broken. So we cannot take this matter just like that. We cannot take this matter just like that. So it's very worrying. Our police service should not work and be effective just because somebody has influenced them to do the right thing. Okay? It becomes very, very worrying. Civil society is not protected. We are not secured if those things will continue. Okay? So it's very important. That point is you need to be really, really, really take notice of. All right. Now let me touch on the final thing. Then I'll be done. Now, a lot of people send me messages that they would like to support. They would like to support our pursuant of the case in court. So as I said from the beginning, yes, we have picked up the matter. We have spoken to our lawyers. They are preparing the rift. They are preparing to take the matter to court. Now, legal matters are very, very expensive. So far, we have spent almost about $500. So far, in our investigation, consultation, and all those, we have spent almost about $500 on the matter. Because most of the law firms, they take CD equivalents of dollar. Anything they charge because there is an international law firm. So they take CD equivalent of dollars. Okay, and so far we have spent almost about $500 on all the things we have done so far. And so when I saw the messages that people are saying that they want to support, I was very happy. I was very, very happy. This morning a lady contacted me and said, Apostle, we want to support what people are doing because as they know me, they know our organization. And to my surprise, when I wake up, I saw a support that they sent into the fund. Now I'm touching on those who would like to support financially. It is welcome. Now, it is not me as an individual that is pursuing the case. It is an organization that is pursuing the case. They are called the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission, shortly TDDP missions. So every money you send goes into their account. It doesn't come to me. Okay. So maybe we'll do a short video. Then, but that the danger of this is this in terms of the support. That now on social media, when you put something, somebody can take it and edit it, especially when it comes to monetary matter, and put their numbers there, okay, and it will create problem. So we are seeing the best way to handle this matter. So this is the way we are thinking we want to do it, okay. If you want to support what we are doing, okay, you want to support. This is how you can support. This is how you can support. Now we have payment platforms that are being assigned strictly to those who want to support what we are doing. And so for now, we want to encourage you. You can WhatsApp us before we post the payment platforms. Please kindly WhatsApp me on my personal WhatsApp. Then I'll forward the payment platform to you. Anybody who wants to support what we are doing. So I'll forward the payment platform to you so that you can pay through those payment platforms. You can send your support on those payment platforms. So those who want to support, those who have sent a message that you want to support, and please, you need to support us because it's very, very, we are doing this in order to help the nation, in order so that we all will be in peace. Where is the information? So those who want to support, take this number, take this WhatsApp number, or after you can check our bio. My WhatsApp number is there. So when you WhatsApp me, then I send to you the payment platforms, as we are trying to see the way to post it so that you can pick it, then you can do a direct. So we have what we call the GoFundMe account, sponsored by the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission. So those who want to contribute internationally, we have the GoFundMe account, sponsored by the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission. GoFundMe account for this particular pursuit. Then we also have where is this thing? Then we have please permit me, I want to read for you the payment platform. Okay, so these are the payment platform that is available, and so please take this number and WhatsApp me. I'll send you the whole link to all the payment platforms so that you'll be able to support what we are doing. Okay, so everything is sponsored and led by the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Missions. It's a Christian missionary network that dealt with some of these issues. So they have an international support fund. An international contributing platform. They call them GoFundMe. And so when you go on GoFundMe, you see the column that is organized by the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Missions, TDDP Missions. So you click on the link, then you give your support. Now, locally, these are the platform in which you can send your support on. Via Paystack, that is the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission, LBG. The email for it is tddpmission@gmail.com. Then we have Ghana Pay, which is also Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission, and GT Bank link. That is the account number is there. Then there is a local number that is also there. Then we have Telecel merchant number, the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission. The Telecel number, merchant number is 020-128-0951. 020-128-0951. As I said, we'll try to post it. Then we have the bank transfers, that is GT Bank, Achimota branch, the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission. They have the CD account, they have the USD account, they have the GBP account, pounds, they have Euro account. So any of the account you want to send the support to, you can do that. But for now, please take my WhatsApp number. Then I'll forward to you the link, so that you can also share to people. Anybody that want to support the whole thing, they can support. So please, this is my WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number. 0243 734025. Again, 0243 734025. So you WhatsApp me, I forward the links to you so that you can also contribute. Some people have started already, so that you can also contribute in support of the effort that TDP Mission is making, pursuing the matter in the court. So that is by the way of information, sharing with you this morning on how far we have gone in connection to pursuing this matter. So the matter is not over. We have taken the matter to court. I think two bodies, TDDP Mission and also another, we all taking the matter to court as the assault on God's general. So it is not only the assault on God's general. There are other legs of the matter which I cannot put in the public. That is being pursued in the court. So please, again, if you want to be a support, you want to support the funds for pursuing this case in the court, please, again, WhatsApp me. I'll send a link of payment to you, to the network that is pursuing the matter, that is given to me. I'll send you the link so that you also give the support that you can. So this is my personal WhatsApp number. Please don't call. WhatsApp, please. 0243. And I believe that if you're a believer, you all want to support this worthy cause, because we are trying to secure the future. It's not only about God's general, but we are chancing on this matter to secure the future so that these things in the near future will not reoccur. Okay? So, and that can be done only in the court of law, not by handshake. That can be done in the court of law, not by handshake. So please, kindly take my WhatsApp number, reach out to me, and I'll send you the links to the payment platform for the organization that is pursuing this particular agenda in court as the attack on God's general is concerned. So you can be rest assured the matter is being taken to court. Okay. So this is my WhatsApp number, 0243 734025. 0243 734025. Please WhatsApp me and let me send the link to you, and so that you can also send your support and your help for this worthy cause. All right. God bless you so much for making time to listen to me this morning. So those who follow my broadcast, please, for some days will not be up because I need to help pursue the matter. So I might not be up as my broadcast is concerned. It's for the worthy cause. It's for the worthy cause. And so please, those who are on TikTok, please, you can go to our page. That is the Dziwornu Media Broadcast. My WhatsApp number is there. So you can pick it and also WhatsApp me. I will send to you the link of support or payment. Then maybe after the broadcast also, we may try to cut here and put the link in the description box. So we'll do it like this also. If you want to support the pursuit of the case that involved the assault of God's general, please, if you want to support it, some of you have requested that you want to support. How will you support? Now, as I mentioned, the institution called the Diakonos Destiny Pastors Mission, they are taking the case to court. They are preparing the case to court. And so they are made available payment platforms that you can give if you want to support for this worthy cause. And so if you watch the video, watch it to an end, and also check the description column. You see all the payment platforms there. But on the safer side, please reach me on this number, a WhatsApp number. Then I'll send the link to you. This is a WhatsApp number, 0243 734025. 0243 734025. Just WhatsApp me and we'll forward the links to you so that you can send your contribution to those links. God bless you. Shalom, peace, and love unto you for being part of this morning clarification. God bless you even as you support this worthy cause. Let me pray with us. Father, as we take this step to bring our nation to the place of peace and clarity, I ask that touch the heart of many that will support this worthy cause. And when they do, Father, let your blessing multiply on them. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Amen. God bless you for joining me. My name remains Apostle Bishopchris-Levite Dziwornu. See you the next time. If there is any update on this matter, I'll bring it to you. God bless you.